When people talk about aging athletes, one name completely breaks the rules of what we think is possible: Kazuyoshi Miura. At 58 years old, he is still playing professional football, a sport that demands speed, endurance, coordination, and recovery at the highest level. And while his training matters, the foundation of his longevity starts with how he eats. Miura's diet is not extreme, it's not trendy, and it's definitely not about starving the body. His nutrition philosophy is based on one simple idea: protect the body so it can keep moving. Every food choice supports recovery, joint health, energy, and long-term consistency. One of the most important principles of his diet is balance. Miura does not eliminate food groups. Instead, he focuses on portion control and timing. His meals are built around lean protein, vegetables, and controlled carbohydrates. This combination allows him to maintain muscle mass while staying light and mobile, crucial for a footballer, especially at his age. Protein plays a central role. As we age, muscle loss becomes one of the biggest threats to mobility and performance. Miura ensures that protein is present in his meals to support muscle repair and preserve strength. Protein also helps with recovery between matches and training sessions, reducing injury risk and fatigue. Vegetables are another cornerstone of his diet. Fresh vegetables provide vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that help control inflammation and support immune health. Football puts constant stress on joints and tendons and muscles, and vegetables help the body manage that stress internally. Fiber also improves digestion and keeps energy levels stable throughout the day. Miura is known for being disciplined with carbohydrates. He does not overload on carbs, but he doesn't avoid them either. Instead, he uses them strategically to fuel training and matches. Controlled portions of rice, grains, or other simple carbohydrate sources provide energy without excess weight gain. This allows him to stay agile, quick, and light on his feet. One of the most unique aspects of Miura's diet is his consistency over indulgence. He does not rely on cheat days or dramatic fluctuations. His body thrives on routine. Eating similar meals day after day reduces stress on digestion and metabolism, making it easier to recover and perform consistently. Another critical factor is hydration. Football at a professional level demands constant hydration to support muscle function, circulation, and joint lubrication. Dehydration increases injury risk and slows recovery. Miura treats hydration as part of his daily discipline, not something reserved for match days. He is also mindful of portion size. Overeating, especially later in life, places unnecessary strain on digestion and recovery. Miura eats enough to fuel performance, but not so much that it slows him down. This balance helps him maintain an ideal playing weight even in his late 50s. Perhaps the most important lesson from Miura's diet is his mindset. He does not eat emotionally or impulsively. Food is fuel. Food is recovery. Food is longevity. This relationship with food allows him to stay disciplined without feeling restricted. For anyone over 50, Miura's diet proves that staying active isn't about chasing extreme nutrition plans. It's about eating consistently, choosing real foods, managing portions, and respecting the body's needs. His approach is sustainable, repeatable, and realistic. And that's exactly why it works. Kazuyoshi Miura's fitness and training secrets. Kazuyoshi Miura's training is the real reason he can still compete professionally at 58. Football is one of the most physically demanding sports in the world, requiring speed, agility, coordination, endurance, and mental sharpness. To survive at this level, Miura had to completely rethink how he trains as his body aged. The foundation of his training is movement quality. Instead of chasing maximal intensity, Miura focuses on staying efficient. Every movement has purpose. Every drill supports balance, coordination, and control. This efficiency allows him to conserve energy and reduce unnecessary strain on joints and muscles. Strength training plays a major role, but it is done intelligently. Miura trains to preserve muscle and joint stability, not to build excessive bulk. Strong legs protect the knees and hips. A strong core stabilizes the spine and improves balance. Upper body strength helps with shielding the ball and maintaining posture during matches. Flexibility and mobility are treated as essential. Miura prioritizes stretching, joint preparation, and mobility work daily. As the body ages, stiffness becomes a major limitation. By maintaining flexibility, he preserves range of motion and reduces injury risk. This is one of the biggest reasons he can still sprint, change direction, and absorb contact. Endurance training remains critical, but it is carefully managed. Instead of excessive long-distance running, Miura focuses on football-specific conditioning. Short bursts of effort, controlled recovery, and movement-based conditioning keep his cardiovascular system strong without overloading his joints. Recovery is not optional. It is a core part of his training system. Rest days, lighter sessions, and recovery protocols allow his body to adapt. Miura listens closely to his body. If fatigue builds, intensity is adjusted. This awareness prevents injuries that could end a career instantly at his age. Mental training is another overlooked component. Experience allows Miura to read the game better, position himself more efficiently, and rely less on raw speed. This reduces physical strain while increasing effectiveness on the pitch. Football intelligence becomes a physical advantage. Consistency is the true secret. Miura did not suddenly decide to train harder in his 50s. He trained continuously throughout his career, adjusting intensity and focus as his body changed. This long-term consistency created a body that adapted gradually rather than breaking down suddenly. His training environment also matters. Miura surrounds himself with professionals, structure, and routine. This keeps him accountable and focused. Training becomes part of daily life, not a chore or a phase. For anyone over 50, Miura's training philosophy offers a powerful lesson. You don't need to train like a 20-year-old. You need to train like someone who wants to keep moving for decades. Focus on strength, mobility, balance, recovery, and consistency. Kazuyoshi Miura's career proves that aging does not automatically mean decline. With intelligent training, disciplined recovery, and respect for the body, performance can continue far beyond what most people believe is possible. When you look at Kazuyoshi Miura, what you're really seeing isn't just an athlete who refused to retire. You're seeing proof that age does not decide your limits. Your habits do. At 58, Miura is still doing what millions of younger people believe is impossible. Not because he has superhuman genetics, but because he made a simple decision decades ago to respect his body, train with intelligence, and never stop moving. He didn't wait for motivation. He built discipline. He didn't chase shortcuts. He mastered consistency, and he didn't let age become an excuse. He let it become a reason to train smarter. The real lesson here isn't about football. It's about life after 50. It's about understanding that strength is optional only if you're willing to accept decline. And Miura refused that option. Every meal you eat, every step you take, every workout you finish is a vote for the future version of you. You don't have to be a professional athlete. You just have to stay in the game. If Miura can still compete at the highest level at 58, imagine what you can do by simply choosing to move, fuel, and recover better starting today. Age doesn't end your story. Stopping does. Stay strong, stay active. And remember, you're never too old to play the game of life at a high level. Subscribe to Over 50 But Healthy because the best years don't have to be behind you.